I forgot to record the intro, so you're gonna get this bad voiceover over an old clip. In the last video, I glued the wings, and in this one, I'm going to pre-mount everything to see if my idea for the bridge will work. As always, my name is Lars, and this is the building of Loki 2.0. Before even thinking about the hardware, I need to plane the face side of the wings to make it level with the body, and I need to remove a bit of material out of the back of the body so that everything is flat. The tuning key are the first piece of hardware that I want to mount, and as you can see, I precisely mark where I want them. The S-Tuck is actually the second reason on why I want to string this at the end of the episode, and it's because I want to make sure that this thing will not just collapse under the weight.
Wait, do I really think that the S-Tuck will just snap? No? Actually, but just to be sure. After I'm done hollowing the S-Tuck, I noticed that there is a little bit short grain that hold the things together, and it's a little bit too thin for my liking. On paper it look good and look enough, but done in real life doesn't seem like. So, because I know what to do in case that happened, and I much prefer to do it now than when the project is just done, I will just string this at the end of the episode, leave it for a week under tension, and then if there is a problem, I will discover now instead of later. Let's talk about bridge. I have a few options in terms of bridge that I can use. The first option is this, your classical violin bridge. And if I can avoid using this, oh god, that will be better. The entire purpose of the build was to get rid of this stall bridge, so it's a no. The second option is take your violin bridge, cut it at the top, and then use that top part and put it on a bass, creating something like this. This is basically a classical guitar-ish bridge. You have a bass, you have the hole for the full body stringing, and the top of the bridge will slide into a socket here and will be secure, and also I can put underneath whatever piezo system I want. But if I can, I will avoid using this. The problem with this two design is that they lack adjustability. I can find a piezo system that works for both of these easily, but if I, for whatever reason, want to make the action lower, it's kind of easier in that case, but annoying means that I have to take away the string and cut the socket deeper. But if I want to make it higher, I need to completely rebuild one of this. But the biggest problem is that I cannot fine-tune with this one. Like with this, you kinda can, because you can pivot it in place and you can move it back and forth just a little though. With this, I cannot. The base will be fixed in place, and if I screw up the position here, I will have detuned string all the time. Even if I have something like this, like a floating bridge that I can actually move, I will never arrive to the position of fine-tune every string. Like, I can fine-tune my G string, I can fine-tune my E string, but this is a plank of wood. The moment that I move one of the corner, it will affect the two internal string. Basically, what I want for this bridge is something like option number 2, something that can hold the string so I can get rid of the tailpiece, but also something that can move, like the first option, back and forth, and something that I can adjust up and down without having the need to recreate everything. Basically, I need a guitar bridge. Yes, that's exactly what I need.
This is the bridge that I'm going to use. It's a cigar box guitar bridge, which happened to have just the perfect string spacing for the violin. It's a bit on the larger side of the string spacing, but it's the same that I use on the other violin, so for me it shouldn't be a problem. And this is the piezo system. It's a standard piezo for guitar that you attach underneath the bridge and in the internal part of the guitar. In my case, I cannot do that though, and I will have to attach underneath the bridge. Now, problem is that it's a bit thicker, so I cannot just put it underneath, and also it is larger than the bass. So the second problem I will have to fix later, but for the first one I prepare a plywood base. Again, this is just a proof of concept to see if this will work, and I can slide the pickup there and put the bridge on top, and should be perfectly level. Now I need to mount this and see if this pickup will actually work with the violin. Thanks God that worked. Now there is a lot of work to do in order to make it sound good, but this is a starting point. I can work with this.